Hey guys, good morning. Listen, if Ivan is upset this morning, I'm gonna put my shoes on, so hang on. If he's upset this morning, he's got good cause. Okay, I'm not gonna complain because we're all running late. G and I took Buster and Kippy for their vet visit. Kippy's rabies shot was due, and both had to be tested for their medicines, their annual medication they get for their heartworms and fleas and stuff like that. And Kippy's rabies shot was due, so we was running late. And it's kind of cloudy and rainy today. It's pretty cool. So right now, Woody, Buster, let's go, Buster. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Buster got to go potty. It's okay, son, I'll wait. That little guy's so easy at housebreaking. Okay. So easy. He was probably the easiest besides Heidi. Heidi has never been surpassed in any dog I've had about not only that, but intelligence, loyalty, love. Now Buster, Woody both, they love me. I don't know what they'll do if a bear showed up. Come on, Whiny Pot. Everybody said, poor Ivan, he's out there, he's so sad. He's so, no, I didn't call all you bunch of people. I didn't call none of y'all. What, Ivan? You got something to say now? You got something to say? Go ahead and say it. Y'all move. I'm about to drive over here a little ways from here and put some out. I'll be back, Ivan. I will be back. Okay. I gotta take these. I know it, baby. I'll be back. Come up to the other gate, okay? These cows are all gathered up here. I can't open the gate up right now. I'll bring y'all some bunch of, I don't know what to call them. I don't know what to call them. But what do we call them? Moochies. Bunch of moochies. What happened? Let's put little Ivan out up here. Get away from them cows. Being took down. Well, Lord, this ain't gonna work here either. Look at him. Look at him. No, y'all stop the running. Stop the running. Stop the running. Whatever. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. Y'all looking at the dirt, but Ivan and I had a plan. Give the cow some, give the goat some, and Ivan would make his escape out here. Oh, he's strutting it now. Now, y'all won't hear no sad talk in the morning. Oh, no, you gotta get off. No, man, no. Y'all not gonna beat me up. That just ain't gonna happen. I ain't gonna tolerate it. That's right, Ivy. Do your thing. Look at a bunch of mooches. Look at them everywhere. Little guys all eat good together now. I got a hay manger I'm gonna put up. Now we got the storms are all gone and we kind of get back to some kind of normalcy. That was sent to me. Get it put up for her, and one for Ivy. Little bees I purchased seem to be doing well. They seem to be doing good. I'll open them up in a few days, just kind of check on them, see how everything's looking on the inside. That's that metal, that brie. It's just got some dirt on it that fell off the force and Jake brought it over here. There's plenty of there for a tractor shed. There's plenty here for my well house. Jake stacked that with a tractor there, and then he stacked this on top of it. That's why that dirt's all in there. I'll sweep that off. That piece there is kind of buggered up, but that part can be cut out of it. All these seem to be good. The storm come, and all these here blew, well, a lot of it blew over the fence. Y'all saw them all out there in Logan's. Well, Ben brought them and put them back over the fence and restacked them here. Did a great job. Great job. Ben does a lot of work around here, folks. I mean, he really, him and Jake have, and L.E. too. L.E. has teamed up with them on several occasions. And those young guys have really knocked out a lot of work. Let's go, Buster. Woody, you got your new haircut, baby. Don't you get dirty. I can't get dirty, Buster. I can't get dirty, Buster. Buster has to do the dirty work. All right, let's take the mule back like that. Lex wants to go to L.E.'s for a while. I said, you can use the mule. I'll be right back. Had to go. This was Ivan. Ivan's just doing so much of the whiny pot and stuff every day to everybody. And people feeling so sorry for him. I know it. I know Ivan. And it's all put on. There ain't nothing wrong with him just being a little sissy. Little complainer. That's the Ivan. I don't see Lex out here yet. Out here. Yeah, I miss him. No, you can say good morning or something. You arrogant little sucker. Hey, he's arrogant. Well, good morning, Ivy. I am so glad you're not a whiny potting this morning like you always do. Now, I'm going to brush. I don't have my good brush with me, Ivy. I'm going to brush this old scrub brush. It'll work. It'll work. You know, big girl here. I know she must have been nice to you during this last night because you were still here with her this morning. If she'd been mean, you would have had nothing to do with her, would you? Yeah. I had nothing to do with that winch, Papa. She's just no winch. Not the kind you pull stuff with either, huh? Different kind of winch. Yeah. Oh, my boy. So glad you're in a good mood this morning. So glad. People he was so concerned you're a whiny pot, you know? He was concerned. Well, I haven't sure his whiny potting lately. All right, we'll check on the cows. Okay? My boy, you're my boy. That's one of my boys. Hey there, buddy, little boy. I got him. I got him with me. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull Dan's strap. They left it hooked in there. I don't know if this mule will pull it out of there or not. Yeah, we got that there. Okay. That's the main thing I want to do, get out for Dan so he can get to it. And I'll probably use it to pull them logs out for cuz. Hop over there. All right, let's go. Let's go do some work. You know, old Hurricane Beryl, however you want to say it. However you want to say it. Did a lot of damage here. To come ashore as a Category 1 barely and then drop to a tropical storm, it did a lot of damage. We talked about the other day. Could you imagine if it'd been a 2 or 3 or 4 or a 5? Can you imagine that? Oh my Lord, there would be a tree left over, like in places it hit. Even though we're about, I guess, 70 miles from actually the beach in Galveston, as a crow flies. It usually, these storms, when they hit, they start downgrading pretty fast. And even though, you know, I was out videoing a lot of it as it come through, it didn't seem as bad. It seemed bad, but not as, I remember once we had one come through here, and I can't remember the name of it right off, but I remember I had an old shed out here by the barn, and the roof was coming apart, and the whole roof was like flopping. The roof was still attached to the rafters, and the rafters was flopping. And I went out during the storm and tied that roof down. And the rain would feel like BBs hitting you, because the rain was sideways. It was hard. Talk about that. I remember preparing for storms in years past. One year, Lester and I, or the hurricane coming, and I can't remember which one it was. We've had several come through here, you know, in my lifetime and in their lifetimes. And they don't have to hit right here for us to feel it. And Lester and I went out, and I think Dan's still probably too young or playing toys. But anyway, Lester and I went out and we cleaned out all the water troughs. I mean, we scrubbed them. And then we filled them all full of fresh water. And we had a rain barrel by our front porch, and it was there until recently, and it was getting full of leaves, and Dustin dumped it for me, and I never put it back up. I need to, because it was right underneath the gutter, where it come off, you know, the gutter, and it kept it full. And I kept a heavy screen deal on top where, you know, animals couldn't fall over in or anything like that, real heavy. And but we could dip water there for the toilets and stuff if we wanted to. But we was really prepared as far as water. We had water run up, we had water in the bathtub, all the water troughs was full, clean water. Had several of them. And then when the storm hit and we lost power, we didn't have a generator. But we had access to water. And generators have come in handy. I'll be honest with you. G and I had, I think, a good system. And going back to Lester, you know, he got us that big one, a big generator, several years ago. We never used it. hadn't had no reason to use it. We haven't lost power for like over a few hours, and you don't go out and crank up a bunch of stuff on a roving blackout or, a line in the neighborhood, breaking or something like that, But we got that thing, so, Buddy come and got it and oiled it all up, gassed it all up, cranked up, and run them a bunch of water. As soon as he got through, he brought it to me. And I wired it into our breaker box. And so I would come out early in the morning. It's very expensive to run it, though. It drinks a lot of gas. But I would come out early in the mornings, early, before anybody else got up. And I'd crank it up. And all the lights there, they would come on in the house. I had the ACs cut off by the breakers. And I had the hot water heater cut off. So when I tried to turn the hot water heater on at one time, boy, it pulled it down too much, so I cut it back off. But it would run the well, so I was able to run water for everything, water all the animals, make sure all the dishes are all clean, everything's all put away, the house is smelling good, looking good, cool. And I'd run it like that till about noon. And then I would cut it off. But in the meantime, we had a little Honda running, and it took care of the fans, the internet, the TV, and all that, and the freezer and the refrigerator. We converted. We have 2 refrigerators and a freezer. We emptied one of them out because I was trying to go from one to take a turns, giving each one about 4 or 5 hours to keep them charged up, and it was working. It was a lot of work. And we had mostly drinks for the kids and stuff and water, stuff like that in that one. I said, let's see if we can't find room and take everything out of there and split it up in the freezer and the other refrigerator. And the stuff that could be froze went to the freezer, and stuff just be kept cold went into our other refrigerator. And that little Honda would run both them 24 hours a day at the same time. Kept them fully charged. So that took away that problem. And little Hondas are very, and I'm not trying to sell them, they're very economical. A gallon of gas run one 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever, depending on how much load you got on them. And they were really come in handy. And if it went off during the night, I'd come out, gas it up, fire it up, whatever. Because it kept our fans going on us all night long, and we slept good. Fan blowing on G, fan blowing on Woody and Buster and me. She had her fan on her, and her little old Birdie and Bandit, and we all slept good, seriously. So it's a pretty good system, and so we didn't suffer unbearingly. There were a lot of things we couldn't use or didn't use, and you kind of just you're not trying to cook big meals and stuff like that. You're trying sandwiches or something simple. Hey, buddy. I know. I'll get you. Hang on, folks. Get my boy. Oh, you got his haircut today. Yes, he did. And he feels so good. Yes, he does. He with his pawpaw. That's right. Anyway, I just remember back some of the hurricanes and storms we've had, and I'll tell you a funny one. It probably wasn't funny at the time. And it may have been the same one when that roof was coming off that shed. We had wanted to buy some little Jersey calves, milk cows, potential milk cows. And the only dairy we could find that had jerseys, I didn't want anything besides Jersey because they have real rich milk and a lot of cream, and they're smaller type cows, and to me it's a lot easier handling. There was a dairy in Navasota. So I built these little portable pens, just lightweight, little roof on one end, and a little pen. They come out and get sunlight, And we could water them and feed them, and we could move them around to the fresh grass, you know. Even though they wasn't eating grass, it'd have fresh underneath their little feet. And we drove over to Navasota, and I think just Lester went with us, G and myself and Lester. And guy, we got there, the guy had 2 little heifers. And I that's what I dealt with him with, for 2 little heifers. So I bought them. He said, hey, I got a little bull. Pretty little guy. He says, if you want him, you can have him. Well, I didn't need a Jersey bull. A lot of dairymen will tell you Jersey bull, they get grown, or they can be mean. And I kept saying, I don't really need it. I said, go ahead and take it. Just one little old bull calf. He said, you can always sell him if you want to. Well, I didn't want to sell him, but I went ahead and took him. So we come home with 2 little heifers and that little bull. And I had to get out there and build another little shelter real fast. I had 3 little shelters out here in this field. That's probably a day or 2 before the storm came. And that storm blew in, and those little shelters, they rolled around out there in that field like paper. Them little calves come to the barn. They went in the barn. They said, we ain't staying out here this stuff. Our shelter blew away. But they were fine. And I kept little Jersey heifers for years. In fact, I gave them to my dad later on when I decided I realized I'm not going to be milking, but he will. I give them both to him. I'll tell you a funny story about that. The little bull I sold him. Couldn't keep him. But the 2 little heifers, they were teenagers when I gave them to my dad, about a year old probably. And probably the next year, and my dad loved them. He loved the little girls. They follow him around out there like Kim's little calf does her. And my dad got sick. I'm blessed. He had terminal cancer, and he passed away. And excuse me. And the little calves down there with my mom, you know, and they was just gentle and sweet as they could be, and my mom loved them. But one night my neighbor calls me. And I may have told you some of you this before. Probably 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and I was still teaching, I was working, you know, and I had to go to bed early. And her name was Joyce. She says, Gee, I said, yes ma'am. I think one of your dad's little calves was probably hung up in the fence so I could hear it, making a horrible noise. So I jumped up, you know, and got my flashlight, put my clothes on. I took off down there. And I got down there, they're both standing there by the barn, just as nothing wrong. I walked over and petted them. About that time I heard that noise. It was Doc. He had been working 3-11s. He'd come home about 11 o'clock. He wanted to practice his guitar. He's on his back porch, his electric guitar. Darn, darn. God. He could never make a band. He'll never be in a band. I laughed. I come home and I called her. I said, Joyce. She says, yeah. She says, they okay? I said, yes, ma'am. It wasn't them at all. What was it? What was it? It was Doc playing his guitar. I'll never forget it. She said, my God. I laid there in the bed for an hour laughing. I just want to throw that to you. A little story. Oh, yeah. My God. Oh, Lordy. Now listen to me. For you bleeding hearts out there, it says, poor Ivan, poor Ivan. I'm going to let him stay out today. I'm going to let him stay out with Miracle and the cows. And tomorrow morning, we're going to go out. We're going to give him some treats, talk to him. Let's just see if he's going to be a whiny pot tomorrow morning, okay? We're going to go see tomorrow morning on this video. It'll be on this video. I guarantee you. It'll be some kind of a sad story. Now, he had to protect them all night. And they wouldn't listen. No, I don't, bud. All right, guys, I'm cutting this video off. Hope you enjoy it. Hit the like button. Share with someone. You want to say something, Betty? You want to say something? You want to say something? Go ahead and say it. Oh, is that it? Just a yawn? Woody, what's up? What's the deal? Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Hope you enjoy it. We're on our way to Hart's Chicken for Lexi. Is he preparing himself for the night? He'll be up all night probably.
I'll try not to.
No, he's trying to get his nights and days together because he goes back home to his mom on Sunday. And he starts football camp on Monday, so he'll be getting up. He has to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. So he's trying to get all back together. And when it's over, that camp's over, then he'll come back. I think he said for 10 days or something like that. And then his summer will be over. And we'll be sad again. All right, we're going to get this out together. Hope y'all enjoy it. Take care.